In the last episode of the series, Hira decided to start a new life with her baby, away from everyone. The episode begins 6 years later, with Orhun's hearing. Orhun's hearing was held again. A video proving Orhun's innocence was presented to the court. The court examined the video and determined that the person who killed Perihan was not Orhun, and that another man had killed her. After 6 years, Orhun regained his freedom. Orhun's innocence was proven, and he was released from prison. Orhun is packing his belongings in prison and thinking big things. Orhun didn't forget to put Hira's photo in his suitcase. Orhun left after saying goodbye to the other prisoners in the ward. As Orhun walks through the prison corridors, Hira's voices echo in his ears. Orhun's love for Hira hasn't diminished at all in 6 years. At the end of the corridor, Orhun met a lawyer named Defne. Orhun hugged Defne and said, "I'm grateful to you. You saved me from prison." Orhun said to Defne, "You made a great effort for me. Thank you very much." Defne's lawyer found the video proving Orhun's innocence. Orhun called his man Erhan and started talking to him. Orhun asked Erhan, "Have you found any trace of Hira?" Erhan told Orhun that they still hadn't found any trace of Hira. As Orhun was asking about Hira on the phone, the lawyer felt a little uneasy. In this case, the lawyer likes Orhun. Immediately after Orhun's innocence was proven, he ordered his men to investigate Hira. On the other hand, Hira, a man and a little girl, are spending time in a forested area. This little girl is Hira and Orhun's daughter, but the man next to Hira knows the girl's father. The man's name is Yekta, and he is a wealthy, rich man. On the other hand, Orhun is talking on the phone with his man Erhan outside the prison. Orhun told Erhan, "Look for a woman named Juliet in France. She knows where Hira is." At that moment, the lawyer's phone rang, and it was Afife calling. Afife is happy that her son has been saved and is eagerly waiting for Orhun. Orhun and the lawyer returned home. On the other hand, Hira, Yekta, and the girl finished their walk in the forest. Yekta, Hira, and the girl returned home. On the other hand, Afife anxiously waits for Orhun to arrive from the balcony of the house. After some time, Orhun entered the Demirhanlı house by car. Orhun was saddened to see his house again, from which he had been absent for 6 years. But Hira's absence deepens Orhun's sorrow even more. Orhun sees dreams of Hira everywhere in the house. Orhun and Afif hugged in the large room of the house. Afif said to Orhun, "I'm so happy that your innocence has been proven." Orhun said to Afife, "I will continue my life from where I left off." Afif introduced her loyal servant to the Sultan. Afif thanked the lawyer named Defne. At that moment, Orhun's phone rang, and Orhun went to his office. Orhun is talking on the phone with his man named Erhan. Erhan told Orhun that the woman named Juliet doesn't know where Hira is. Orhun ordered Erhan to search for Hira everywhere, in the country and abroad. Orhun took Hira's ring from his jacket pocket and began to think deeply. Orhun started remembering the memories he had with Hira in the past. On the other side, the housemaid is feeding Hira's little daughter. Hira is preparing dessert for her daughter in the house's kitchen. The home's TV news channel is on, and current news is being broadcast aloud. Hira heard the news of Orhun Demirhanlı's release decision. Hira dropped the glass in her hand on the floor. Hira is confused, worried, and afraid. Hira's fear is the fear of losing her daughter. There are emotional moments happening in the Demirhanlı house. Orhun is in his office and his man enters the room. The man told Orhun, "We found Hira." The man told Orhun that Hira lives in Istanbul, is married, and has a daughter. Orhun was shocked by what he heard. However, Orhun would go to Hira's location with enthusiasm. On the other hand, Hira is in the room, and after some time, Yekta entered the room. Yekta told Hira that the news of Orhun's release is true. Yekta asked Hira, "What decision have you made?" Hira told Yekta, "Orhun kicked me out of his life. I don't think he'll call me." Yekta asked Hira, "What will you do if Orhun wants to meet you again?" Hira remembered past moments when Orhun expelled her and forced her to abort the baby. Yekta told Hira that I will always take care of you. Yekta told Hira, "I haven't forgotten the promise I made to you. We already made an agreement with you before." Yekta told Hira that the little girl named Sara is our daughter. Yekta is the father of Hira's daughter, named Sahra, and he loves her like a daughter. Yekta clearly told Hira that he would not give up on Sahra. Hira told Yekta that Orhun would definitely not find out that he has a child. Yekta wanted Hira to wear the ring on the table. Hira and Yekta need to do this to make Orhun believe in their marriage. Yekta's phone rang, and he left the room to talk. After some time, Sahra entered the room and said she wanted to play with Hira. Yekta is on the phone with a man on the balcony of his house. Yekta is a man who does illegal things. Yekta put a plan into action to deceive his business partners. Yekta began giving new instructions to his man. On the other hand, Orhun is in the garden of the house and talks to Nursha on the phone. Nursha is happy because Orhun has been released from prison. Orhun told Nursha that Hira is married and has a daughter. Orhun told Nursha, "I told Hira to start a new life." Orhun told Nursha that I expelled Hira from my life, hoping I wouldn't escape prison. Orhun comforted himself a little by talking to Nursha. Unfortunately, since Nursha left the series, we couldn't hear any speech from Nursha. Minutes passed, and Orhun drove to Hira's street. Orhun doesn't know why he came there and what he should do. At that moment, Hira was playing ball with her little daughter Sahra in the garden of the house. Orhun got out of the car and started observing the garden through the external gate of the house. When Orhun saw Hira again after 6 years, he was fascinated. Hira takes care of her beloved daughter, while Orhun continues spying on the couple. Hira continued to play ball with her daughter. Orhun was deeply saddened by what he saw. Orhun talked to himself and said, "I should never have come here." As Orhun was leaving, the girl's ball came to the outer gate. As Hira went to pick up the ball at the outer gate, she found Orhun. On the other hand, a lawyer named Daphne is talking to her older sister in a house. The woman told Daphne that it's good for you that Hira is married and has children. The older sister wants Daphne to be Orhun's lover. By chance, Daphne found the flash memory containing images proving Orhun's innocence. Daphne helps the mother of a man named Korkut. When Korkut's mother died, he found the flash memory containing the video image among the deceased's belongings. The man named Korkut was the loyal villain of Neva, and even the one who kept Perihun captive at home. The last time we saw the scare was while he was being treated in the hospital. During this period, Korkut was imprisoned for his crimes. A lawyer named Daphne collected evidence and information about Korkut and his family for a long time to save Orhun. Thus, Orhun's escape from prison was experienced through this series of events. On the other hand, at Yekta's outer gate, Orhun and Hira continue to look at each other in surprise. Hira said to Orhun, "You were released from prison." Orhun said to Hira, "You got married." At that moment, Hira started recalling her past memories. In the past, Hira went to Yekta's house as a maid. Hira is talking to Yekta about a business in the garden of the house. Yekta told Hira, "Give me your ID card to start the business registration." But Hira didn't want to give Yekta her ID card. Hira hid her identity to hide from the Demirhanlı family. As the days passed, Hira continued working as a maid in Yekta's house. While Hira was cleaning the house's garden, one of Yekta's staff men haunted Hira. The man is harassing Hira in the garden of Yekta's house. Hira fought with the man and threw a brick at his head. Yekta saw everything that happened but did not interfere. After Hira calmed down, Yekta approached her and said, "You have a lot of courage. I can use this talent." Thus, the bond between Yekta and Hira began to strengthen.